I recently had a really good friend send me a message and said he was looking at getting bars for his bike, and he has a street glide much like mine, and he asked me, hey, did you notice a real big difference and an improvement on comfort and stability on getting the new bars? Well, yes, for me I did, but there's some things I want to share with you that could prevent you having not so great a result. So hang out and let's talk about things to think about when you're looking at new bars. Well, hello and welcome to Road Rush Nation. I'm Terry, your host here, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. If you're a member of the nation, thank you so much. You have no idea what that means to me. And if you'd like to be a member of the nation, it's free. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell. Well, getting to bars. It can be a little bit of a daunting task to try and figure out which are the right bars for you. And I went through and had a great result. Well, this past winter, Aaron decided he wanted to get new bars, and well, his results weren't quite as good as mine. In fact, he really pretty much hates his bars that he has. So I wanted to share with you some of the things I learned and some of the little tips that might help you find the right bars. So the bars I had put on just before our trip last summer, where we went all the way to Maine. I just wanted something a little more comfortable. The stock bars that you get, most of the, and I'll call them classic Harleys anymore, are the 8-inch bars, and they're not bad. They can, suit a lot of people, but really a lot of us have to go and say, I need something a little different. Now, if you're looking for bars that are strictly for appearance of what you think is going to be cool, maybe you want those big ones that are hanging up, then everything I'm going to say to you right now probably doesn't mean a darn thing, other than don't go cheap. Because you're looking for looks, you're not looking for comfort. I was looking for comfort, and I was looking for control. So let me share some of the tips I have. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is not everybody likes the same bars, or they won't fit you all the same. The first thing you'll find out is when maybe you walk into a dealership or a place and they go with the 12-inch bars, that's what everybody likes. Stop, don't go any further. Find the bars that are good for you. Like I said, mine are 10s. I had the same thing happen to me when I walked into the dealership and said, hey, I'm looking for bars. Let's go through this whole process. And don't rush this decision, because you will regret it. The first thing they told me, 12-inch bars. I'm all like, I don't think the 12 inches are going to fit me for what I'm looking for. And I'm very particular as far as feel. I want to feel comfortable, and we're not all alike. So first thing is to realize that the height of your bars is relative to your torso. So when you sit on your bike, I'm 5'7", but I've got long legs and maybe a shorter torso. Where you sit level with your bike is completely different than the guy that's next to you that may be the same height. So sit on a bike first, sit on your bike and kind of get an idea of where you are, and then take your hands and put them up where you would feel comfortable. Think of your shoulders, the fatigue on your shoulders. Now, here's something else to consider too, is what kind of riding you do. We're doing cross country 4,000 miles. I want something that's not for just bar hopping and I get on, get off quick. I'm spending hours on the bike. So I didn't want anything that was fatiguing my arms. And the 8-inch are about here, and these are 10s. They hit level between my fairing, and every bike is different. So that's one thing to look at. Also, if you're at a dealership and you're looking at bars, ask them, do you have a used bike out there that's got these bars on there? What I have on here is LA Chopper bars, and they're the 10-inch LA Choppers, and I love them. The other thing to look at is your width of your hands. Okay, where you feel comfortable. Where's that grip at? And I will tell you, Thrash and Supply has a great video that they did a couple years back that talks about this. Just because you feel like, oh, this is the right height, now you need to look at the spread. And this is where Aaron was not happy with his bars. Let's just say it that way. And I'm going to show you his in just a second. The reason he wasn't happy is because not all manufacturers use the same measuring point for your spread, meaning These are 35s. He ordered 35s, but his pushed his handlebars, his grips and everything out 37 inches. Not the 35s like mine. So it's like a 2-inch difference. Well, that puts your shoulders way out farther, which is very uncomfortable. So I'm going to try to show you. See how my handlebars, it just kind of hit right here? See how his will kick his out farther? It's not much. You go, oh, that's not much. It's enough to fatigue your shoulders if you're pushing out farther. So he is not happy with that. So yes, he learned the hard way that all manufacturers are not the same. These are not LA choppers that he has. He has a different brand, and I apologize, I don't recall the brand he has, and I don't want to badmouth this company at all because the bars are good, they're nice and sturdy, but they're not LA choppers. I have LA choppers. So these just put him out real far. One thing to look at too is where the handlebars hit. These are the 10-inch. They're going to hit right in the middle of your fairing, which means if you've got the mirrors that are the stock mirrors that go on the fairing, you're going to have to replace those. And of course, I replaced mine. Actually, I like these better because it puts my field of vision up. These are bigger, and I have a better view. So that's something to think about when you're looking at bars, if that's going to be something you haven't calculated in for price. Now my bars, when I got my bars, like I said, I go by feel. And some people are very analytical, which is what Aaron is, and goes by numbers and how to measure. One of the things I looked at was feel. How do I feel on the bike? So, something to be aware of if you're having the dealership install your bars, which is what I did because I wanted all my wiring on the inside. I don't necessarily have all the tools. I have heated grips. I didn't want to go through the hassle. So you can spend a couple of days doing this project, and if you run into problems, you're going to have to figure out what you did wrong. So for me, yes, it's not cheap because it takes hours to do this, where it might take you days, or maybe you got somebody that can just do it real quick, whatever. Something to think about when you get those bars set, most of the time they're tilted all the way forward. And they're almost onto your fairing. The part down in here is almost up to the fairing. So what we did, for me, is I go, that doesn't feel comfortable for me. So I just had them rolled back. And I've got videos out on how to show you how to roll your bars back. One of the things when you're sitting and you're looking at bars, notice your posture. Are you sitting straight up? Or are you leaning forward? If you're leaning forward, you're not going to feel the full control of your bike. Because I will tell you, that was one thing I noticed. It changed my posture from being leaned over just a little bit, to where I'm sitting up more straight, and I feel like I have much more control over my bike. So anyway, we roll the bars back. Aaron's have not been rolled back yet, and I keep telling him, maybe if you roll them back, you'll feel a little more comfortable. That's something we're going to try. Anyway, we haven't done it yet. And his are straight up, so it's pulling him forward. And I said, you don't want to be pulled forward. Also, like I mentioned, the dimensions. So his arms are out further. Like I said, Aaron is not happy with his, and it's a very expensive decision to make. It's not like, oh, I put a pair of mirrors on and I can rip those off. You're talking about all the wiring, taking it apart, if you're not happy with it. And many times people go, I can't afford to do that. Bars are not cheap, and don't go cheap. Don't go China cheap, because you're going down the road and all of a sudden a weld breaks or something, the metal snaps. That could be disastrous, and we don't want to have that at all. I am pleased with my 10-inch LA choppers. Love them. And I had a good experience. I love them. Aaron didn't have such a great experience with what he has because it just doesn't fit him right. And he was checking out manufacturers' specs and everything, and he thought he had the perfect bars because he was looking for something that would bring back your reach. And that's one of the things you need to know is the terms. You'll see that, a reduced reach means it's going to bring it back here. Is it bringing the bars back this way? Is it bringing them out farther? You're going to want to pay attention to that so that you get the fit and what you're looking for. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit when you go to decide on, I want to put bars on my bike. Again, appreciate you stopping by. If you're a member of the nation, thank you so much. If you'd like to be a member of the nation, it's free. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell. Ride safe, and I hope to catch you on the highways.